Hello, welcome back guys to the channel. um First of all, I'm super happy, and when I say I'm super happy, I mean it. Super happy. The trades that we placed played out very well, starting from GBP USD. If I can take you through some of the trades, let me show you GBP USD. GBP card also played out well. Actually, GBP card gave us around 100 pips. See, GBP card played out well. Tapped in, went up to 120, and now it is dropping down. However, this is not where I wanted to sell it from. I want to sell GBP card from up here. I wanted GBP card to come, and see it is forming some kind of resistance up here. This is what I call liquidity. It is forming a liquidity base up here. So I want okay, what I would expect is GBP card to come up here, sweep out this liquidity and tap into my zone, then sell back down here. That is what I'm expecting us. But so far the buy was clean. We got it on the 4-hour. It was clean. This was the demand zone. The price tapped in and it went up, so the buy was clean. But right now it's looking like it is coming down, and I can tell you it's not looking good for me who wanted to sell from this level here, because if I sold from here, the risk to reward was going to be massive. We get around 180 pips if I sold from here. So I'm just looking to see what GBP card is going to do, but we got some pips out of that pair. That was one. Yesterday was massive, guys, and there is another pair. There's a GBP JPY gave us some pairs, some pips, guys, but right now things are not looking good for GBP JPY. We bought from here. JPY came in, tapped in, and then gave us some pips, that is around 100 pips to the top up to here. I thought it was going to go up to this supply zone. I think it's the daily supply zone, but it did not reach there. So now it has come back to the same area, but looking like rejecting. However, this bearish momentum is so big, I'm not willing to join the conversation here. And for GBP JPY, this is not a trade I'm willing to take right now, because as you can see, this area is already tested. So if we had 100 orders here, 80 were taken up to upside, so there's around 20 remaining. So if you buy GBP JPY, you're likely to move a few pips up to here, and then it will be stopped out. That is what I see, but things can happen, this is the forex market. So then we had is it GBP USD, guys? You see GBP USD, you see it even surpassed our target of 100 pips. We went up to 116, but the target was here, 100 pips. So GBP USD also moved on well. It came down here, tapped into our zone, went up, came back to retest the zone, and now short to the heights. So GBP USD gave us those pips, and now we are out of that trade to see what it is going to do next. So I think that was all. And then there's a current trade happening on BTC. Let me see, BTC. Yes, it is happening on BTC. If you want to enter, it is safe, guys. You can enter now. BTC, I'm expecting BTC to buy up to here. This was a demand zone that has been respected wonderfully. So I'm expecting BTC. You can put your stop loss there. BTC is buying up to here. That is a 1:2, 253 pips. That is what I'm expecting from BTC. So you can just enter there and ride with the trend. BTC USD is buying Okay, so now today I wanted to show you a trade that happened on GBP AUD. GBP AUD. That is our trade, guys. Our trade, guys. Let's go straight to the weekly time frame and do the analysis to show you what really transpired. But guys, before we start, it is always the norm. We are moving from 150 subscribers to 200 subscribers. So kindly subscribe and be part of this amazing journey. We only started the channel last month, but you can see the speed we are moving at. So far we are at 150 subscribers, meaning every day we get new people that are subscribing to the channel. I'm going to be giving you premium, a lot of premium and free content, guys. So subscribe to the channel and turn on the alerts, because I'm going to be sending premium content. So guys, I'm going to give you 5 seconds, you subscribe, and then we proceed. Subscribe. Okay, I hope you have subscribed. We are moving the channel to 200 subscribers. So let's proceed. Let us proceed, guys. Okay, so first things first, look at the trend. What is the trend? The trend is an uptrend. We are going up, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And now this one, it is in the middle of nowhere, so we don't know where it wants to go. However, we are going to find out excuse me, we are going to find out where it wants to go shortly. Okay, so, and once again, guys, subscribe. It's your boy Hassan, and every day I told you I'm going to be giving you premium content here. So first things first, identify the trend. Remember, we want to trade with the trend. However, that doesn't mean that we cannot trade against the trend, especially that we are trading on the weekly time frame, on the time frames that are big. That means even one candlestick like this one weekly candlestick like this one, we can trade with it, trading against the trend, because the pips that are in this candle can go up to, let me show you. So this was a green a red candle. It had around 479 pips. So those are good pips for us to catch. So we can also trade against the trend. However, we have to be calculative, and we do not want to push the trade so far. A 1:2, 1:3 is enough. Okay, so let's go straight to the trade. So now, first things first, identify the trend. What is the trend? The trend is, and also we got another trade on CAD JPY. Where is CAD? I saw it here when I was closing this. CAD JPY. It was on the 4-hour time frame. Yes, it was on the 4-hour time frame. What happened is we had a rally, a base, a rally, and then we had support here, which will turn into resistance. So when price came back, tapped us in, tried to go up, but it had no momentum. I think it had picked a few orders. It came back to pick more orders and then shot up. So it took us up to around, I think, 80 pips. Let me see. This motherfucker. I think around 80 pips. It was around here, 87 pips. So also caught that trade. Now it has come back in the area and it is rejecting, but this is not a trade I would want to be in, because this is a secondary test. So me, I think the same thing with GBP JPY. We can come, push up to here, and then drop down. That is what I'm thinking. The only pairs I'm interested in right now are Euro JPY. Where is it? It is here. Euro JPY. I'm waiting for Euro JPY to come and sweep this liquidity down. We have a support which turned into resistance. We have a demand zone here. Come and tap into this area, and I'll be looking to buy to the upside. And also AUD JPY. It's here. Yes, AUD JPY also, it is the same thing. You see, it is already rejecting in this one. So guys, if you have not entered this trade, you can enter now. AUD JPY. I don't know when you're going to see this video, but you can enter now. AUD JPY. We have a demand zone here, support and into resistance. AUD JPY is rejecting in the area. So if you have not entered, you can enter that trade. However, we shall proceed to our GBP that we were analyzing. So we go straight the weekly time frame. I just wanted to show that some of the trades I've called out are working out very well. However, they're not long-term trades. Swing trades for 1 or 2 days, for 8 hours, and then you close. Get 100 pips, 150, and you close. Okay, so now what you do is mark after identifying that trend is bullish. So we are going to favor more the bullish side. Okay, mark the high and low of the previous candle. This is the low, and this is the high of the previous week's candle. You mark the opening and closing price. That is what you mark of the previous week's candle. Remember, the trend is bullish, so we would be favoring buys. However, if we analyze and the trade tells us that sales are most likely, we are not entering that trade, and we are looking for sales opportunities, and we only want to take those sales opportunities only when they are crystal clear. Only when they are crystal clear. If they are not, we are not taking those sales opportunities, because we are in an uptrend. Okay, so let's proceed. So we have marked our previous week's candle. So this one, I just put a blue line as usual to show us where we are starting the new week. Remember, this week has closed and it is a Sunday, so we are analyzing the market on Sunday, waiting for Monday opportunities. Okay, so now we proceed to the daily to see what is happening. Remember, this is our week that we mark the opening and closure, and then this is the new week where it starts. This is the daily time frame, meaning the week started on this red candle where I put the line here, so it should be Monday. Now look down here at the blue line where the blue color is, Monday 9th June 2025. So that is where the new week started. So immediately, you remember we're favoring buy, so immediately you open and see that the new week is starting from there. Exactly, the new week is starting from there, and then you see a demand zone. You mark it. We have a demand zone here, incision candle, bullish engulfing candle, creating an imbalance. So you come and mark that demand zone. You mark it very well. No, it's not marked well. Just mark from the body to the wick. There are different types of marking these zones, and I'm going to be teaching you how to mark them. Mark from the body to the wick. Okay, so now you mark your demand zone. So after marking your demand zone, this one is big. If you try to put here our orders, the stop loss is going to be big. So what do? We go to the 4 hour, or we go down to the lower time frame to refine the demand zone. So when you come to the lower time frame, this is what you get. Refine the demand zone to that area. So me, what I always do is I look at the pair. If the pair is so volatile and heavy, I make the demand zone small for my stop loss to be tight. If the pair is so volatile and heavy, like for this one, GBP has a lot of pips. A small movement can give you a lot of pips, so I make it small. So now after refining here, I put buy limit orders here. Buy limit orders. The stop loss should be slightly below the low. Mine was around 35 pips. There, 35 pips. I just extend it to where it tapped in from. So 35 pips. So what happens is price opened from here. You see this line here? Let me take you to the weekly and show you clearly. And guys, subscribe to the channel, please. Don't forget subscribe. If you're learning something, please subscribe. So you see this line, this was the closing price of the previous week, and this is the opening price. So if you see this line on the 4 hour, please mark it. So we come to the 4 hour. Do you see our line, guys? Do you see our line? This one here. Let me just pull it to the, yeah, it is at the right place. It is at the right place. Okay, You see this line, guys? Our line. This is the closing price. So price opened. Where is Monday? Monday is here. Monday is here. So price opened from here, and immediately it crossed below the closing price of our last week. So price started going down, came, rejected on this closing price and headed down. Immediately it started heading down, you would know that it is looking for sweeping the liquidity of this equal lows and then looking for the demand zone down here. Then after, it will tap you in and then look at the price movement. Went all the way up to 200 pips to the upside. And what would be the target? Your target should be the opening price of the candle, which was this line here. You see this line here? The opening price of that candle should be your target. So now what happens is, after price reaching there, you're going to tap the area and we do what? We hit our take profit, and it's going to be putting you out of the market. So that was the breakdown, guys. If you had followed it very well, you would be in massive profit. And this is a 1:6, a 1:6.5, guys. Massive. It's so massive. Yesterday was massive. We killed it, and now we are hoping to get something similar to that even today, because I'm seeing EUR/JPY is approaching our area. EUR/JPY is approaching our area, and also AUD/JPY is moving well, also BTC. So guys, watch out for BTC, watch out for EUR/JPY and AUD/JPY. AUD/JPY is already moving. You can enter and ride with the trend, but with the low risk. And EUR/JPY is also approaching our area, and then I'll be calling out the trade when we come. So guys, that is all. The strategy is simple: top-down analysis combined with supply and demand, and you're going to get the perfect trades. Perfect trades, guys. This trade was great. Why? Because immediately price tapped in, went up, tried to come back again, rejected from the area. I think it was collecting all the orders, because tapped in, got some orders, went back, came back to collect the remaining orders, and swept to the upside. Swept to the upside. Look at the movement, guys. Green. That is all. Thank you for today, guys. Subscribe to the channel and also like the video. Bye.